Video surveillance system images of a regional masjid Shah 30-year-old Naeem Haider creature led off in Manakal by more than rather than a half a dozen gunman men. Several include their many faces coated in masks, other are in police force form. It was the overnight of November 16, 2016. Mr. Haider has not been seen with. In spite the video surveillance system live video testimony both of the police force and intellect services include rejected in trial how he is in their guardianship. Mr. Haider is one of 140 Pakistan Shiites to include disappeared above the history 2-year, on to society activists. Their families trust they were undertaken in guardianship by the intellect services. Above 25 of the lacking, consisting Mr. Haider, owned to Pakistan's greatest town Karachi. Mr. Haider's household say he had refundable to the seaport town of Hajj in Karbala, Iraq. In his pregnant woman fair 2 days up he was arrested. Uzma Haider has with taking into account childbirth to a infant boy who has never seen his dad. The families of the some disappeared Shiite men include such stories of their favorite one's creature selected up of their homes at overnight by the safety forces. A weeping team of female collected in a building in a work-grade Shiite neighborhood of Karachi said me they include been taking into account no data of the authorities on wherever their loved ones are creature detained or which the concoction versus them are. Society leaders although, say they include been said the men are suspected of links to a reticent police in Syria, the Zainabian team, mind to be done up of about 1,000 Pakistan Shiites fight on name of the mode of CEO Bashar al-Assad. The team conducted its behalf of the granddaughter of the seer Muhammad, a drawing especially venerated in Shiite Islamic. Zainab bint Ali's sanctuary is in the Syriac equity Damascus, and the imaginary goal of the team is to defend it of destroying by Sunnite extremists love the Muslim country team who trust shrines are heretical. In reality, the Zainabian are as well believed to include fought in a quantity of key battles in Syria, consisting in Aleppo. They are no, yet, mentioned on a listing of proscribed organizations given by the Pakistan Ministry of Interior Design, and no of the lacking men include always been loaded in any crime. Rashid Rizvi is the chief of the Shiite Lacking Persons Board in Karachi. He has conducted a quantity of protests in the town inviting for the men to each be liberated or manufactured in trial. He says largest of the men were arrested following back of Hajj to the Medium East. They tested to persuade us to end our outcry motion. I requested them, reason did you choose these men upwards? They told, we believe they've lost to Syria to struggle versus Daesh, is, and Al-Qaeda. I told, if how's the instance, later put them on test. Differently which's the spot of possessing judges and courts. Lacking human beings are one of the largest susceptible issues in Pakistan. On to formal information down there are more than rather than 1,500 unsolved cases of forced disappearances in the nation. Such arrested as well involve suspected Sunnite jihadists, ethnical nationalist activists, and worldly critics of the Pakistan war institution. Authorities in Pakistan include frequently told the safety services are unjustly accused for disappearances and how the quantity of lacking human beings is pressurized. A fistful of the Shiite men who were selected up include later been let go. Else is public militant Samar Abbas. He was arrested in Islamabad in January 2017 at the identical period as a quantity of bloggers crucial of Pakistan's war institution. They were liberated a few weeks after following a social shout, yet, Mr. Abbas was detained prisoner before March 2018. His sibling-in-law was as well arrested and is yet lacking. They said me thou are implicated in send human beings to Syria to struggle. Speak us their names. I told, I include never attended down there Syria in my lifetime. The Zainabian team is portion of a web of Shiite overseas soldier brigades operational in Syria, related to Iran. Other involve Iraq militias, Hezbollah of Lebanon, and the Fatimayun team, comprising of Afghani fighters. The Zainabian is the largest reticent of the groups, yet supporters include downloaded several pictures and videos of martyrs of the team. Lot seem to be of Parachina, a town in Pakistan's polar west semi-autonomous pedigree regions. Parachina has a significant Shiite people and has been often aimed by Sunnite jihadists. Researchers trust above 100 Pakistan fighters include been annihilated in Syria, and their families told to get finance supporting of Iran. The families of the disappeared men say their loved ones are not implicated in any gunman groups. Their demands are easy. To the Saki of deity, speak me wherever my kid is, pleads 65-year-old Shamimara Hussain. She crushed downward and burst into tears as she negotiations on the time her youngest son Arif Hussain was undertaken off of her household by safety forces. They said me, we are fair departure to ask him a few questions and later let him come. He's now been a year and apart now and we've had no news story on him. If they've annihilated him or sames yet live, fair speak me thing. I've been all above the town hard to discover him. I'm weary of weeping, I'm weary of supplication.